Hey, it's Tony talking car biz. Check this one out. It's the 2025 Toyota Crown Limited Edition Nightshade. Hey, in this video, we're going to dive inside, check out the interior, and be sure to catch the link at the end of this video for the exterior overview and a test drive video as well. So let's get started on the inside. The door panel on here is kind of it almost looked like a shiny metallic now that the sun came out on here. This is vinyl, of course, or I guess Toyota would call it soft tech. They've also continued to use this bronze treatment, and you'll see that here on the door handle and throughout the vehicle itself. And then for the Nightshade, this is different. This is kind of a charcoal metallic trim, kind of a glossy charcoal metallic. Nightshade comes standard with the two-position memory driver's seat, which also controls the mirrors and the driver's seat. Power mirrors are right here. We do have the automatic folding mirrors, so you can bring those in and out. If you have a tight garage, you can set that up with that switch right there. One touch up and down on all four windows, power door locks, bottle holder down in the door, and then a speaker in the door as well. And then this one's been upgraded with a puddle light right here, which actually projects Crown down on the ground when you open it up. Kind of a nice safety feature and a styling feature. And then this one also has the Toyota Crown aluminum threshold plates here. Those look nice. We have dual power seats, forward, backwards, power recliner on front driver, also on a passenger seat. But the driver's seat has a two-way lumbar support also. Passenger seat does not. And then the seats on here are actually leather, not soft tech, but leather perforated, heated and ventilated seats, nice bucket seats with that bronze pipe all around the edge of it. Height adjustable headrest and a height adjustable seat belt on there, very comfortable. Airbags are going to be built right into the seat, so as you move the seat forward, the airbags stay in the best position for safety. On the dashboard, again, you'll see some of the bronze trim here. 4 vents across the front, up and down, left and right. And they also have an on and off switch here as well. Electronic front window de-icer, automatic high beam switches here, dimmer switch for your dash light, and your odometer is going to be down here. And then a tilt telescoping. This is going to be a manual tilt telescoping steering wheel. It's not part of the memory setup on there. They did bring that vinyl coating or covering that we saw over here on the doors, wrapped it right in here as well, so really nice tie-in there. And then down here, of course, we've got our gas brake, our footrest, hood release, trunk release, and gas door release is going to be right here. So pretty standard equipment there. Let's go ahead and grab a seat. So here behind the driver's seat on the Crown, there is a lot of room up in the front. This is a full-size sedan, room for 5 passengers, so you can see there's lots of leg room, shoulder room up front. And as far as driver's leg room, I've got the driver's seat all the way back. I cannot reach the pedals. There's no way I could drive this car. I'm 5'7", confident that if you're a 6-footer, you're going to be just fine behind the wheel of this one. Take a look at the steering wheel, leather wrap steering wheel. It's also heated steering wheel. Controls on this side for your cruise control, Bluetooth connectivity for your smartphone, radio controls, a little bit more of that bronze trim running all the way under here, voice activation, and then this controls your information center, which is going to be up here in the gauge cluster. We'll take a look at that in just a minute. We do have electric power steering on here with our wiper controls and intermittent settings for the front wipers. And then over on this side are your headlight controls, and we do have auto on and off in addition to the auto high beams, going to be standard. Now the Crown, as far as the instrument cluster, is an all electronic instrument cluster, so I'm just going to go ahead and slide the seat forward a little bit so I can reach the pedals. And we do have push button start down here, and the Crown does come with smart keyless entry, so 2 of these. Just keep it in your pocket or purse, grab the door handle, push the button, and you're off and running. So we'll take a look there. Foot on the brake, we'll just hold in this button here. Go ahead and let that do its deal. I'm going to close the shade on the panel roof, hopefully in an effort so you can see the gauge cluster better. Kind of hard to see in the daytime on the camera. It's not hard when you're driving it, but so you can see it's an all electronic cluster, mostly blue. We've got our energy monitoring system on this side. Our speedometer and all of our gauges in terms of our safety sense is going to be here, and then our speedometer and our trip meters on this side. We have the outside temperature. We can toggle through a variety of the settings right here using these controls for the fingertip controls. So we can pop through and we can set up our own safety settings. We can look at our fuel economy. Sometimes it doesn't show up all that well on my camera, so I want to encourage you to stop by the dealer and take a look. It really is a sharp looking gauge cluster. You can see the dashboard on here is largely flat across here, and it leads into the 12.3 inch multi-information, your infotainment center, if you will. You can set it up for English, Spanish, or French. I'll go ahead and pop into the English. I'm not going to take you all the way through it. I just wanted to show you a couple features. Number one is it's all push button. There's only one dial. That's this one right here, and that's going to be your volume and your on and off switch. And then you can switch over, and when you go to your music, you're going to have, of course, AM, FM. You'll have Sirius satellite radio, wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and also Alexa compatible. I'll go ahead and shift it into reverse here so you can see the backup camera. You can see it does have path projection. It's a nice big clear vibrant screen, and then down here you can tap to give yourself a little bit more of a wide angle if that's what you're looking for, or you can change the grid setting on here as well. So really nice setup. I love the way that they kind of brought it all the way together into one gauge cluster. Notice more of this bronze trim, aluminum trim across there. Even the back side of this dial is bronze. Here's two more vents, 4 ways. And then these are all our heating and air conditioning controls down here. So we've got, I mentioned, heated seat up front, ventilated seats up front for front driver and front passenger. We've got automatic temperature control for front driver, front passenger, and you can sync that up. So if you want to say they're really offset, you can hit the sync and away you go. Also electronic rear window defrost here, which also heats up the outside mirrors, front window defrost, as well as I mentioned earlier, the front window de-icer. Now as far as the center console on here, I really think this is a great center console. There's a place right up here where I like to throw my glasses, and then we have the wireless charging right here for our smartphone. Just drop it in there and away you go. And then it connects to the sound system automatically using Bluetooth, and then it has Wi-Fi connect as well for your through AT&T, I should say. And then in the middle, the Nightshade edition has this gloss, kind of a charcoal gray trim, similar to what we saw. It's over on the door panels as well, so they tie that together. I think that's unique for the Nightshade. You've got 2 USB charging ports there, a little storage cubby, a couple cup holders here, and then this is actually your shifter, this little tiny knobby thing here with more bronze trim on that, and it's leather wrapped. What's interesting is you pull it back like this to shift and then to drive, and then if you want to go to reverse, you push it forward to go to reverse. And then we have our drive modes. So we have eco, normal, and sport drive modes, parking brake, EV mode, traction control, and our parking brake, or this is our brake hold and this is our parking brake. So all laid out really nicely, really clean look as far as that goes. The center console, this is all vinyl through here, similar to what we saw on the doors. We've got a nice big armrest. Pop that bad boy open. There's a storage cubby right there. We've got, this one's been upgraded with the high-speed charging cable kit. That I believe is $70. And then there's another USB-C way down here to plug in. And then the other thing I like about this armrest is it has the dual opening feature. So you can open it from either side. They both have buttons on both sides, so it makes it easy to access both sides. Pretty tricky. Passenger side's very similar to the driver's side as far as features go. There's a passenger assist grip up here. The Nightshade edition does come with the panel roof. There's a switch right here. Push that and it will open the shade. So this doesn't open as a solid glass panel with a support beam in the middle, but it does let a lot of additional light in. It's a pretty great feature. It's going to be standard on your Nightshade edition. Other features on the passenger side, you can see that chrome, that bronze chrome goes all the way over there, or aluminum trim. The Nightshade edition does come with the JBL audio system, So you get 11 speakers and a subwoofer. Really great sound system. Stop by the dealer, give it a look, listen. Glove box, nice big glove box here. And then you have a lock on there as well. So you have a little bit of security or storage available right there. Of course, you have a passenger side airbag. Nightshade comes standard with the automatic dimming mirror with the garage door openers, your HomeNet garage door openers, or HomeLink, I should say. And then overhead lighting here. And then there's also the safety connect switch. This is where if you need help, roadside assistance, push that button. Toyota will get you the help you need. Your vanity mirrors are lit up on both sides, and the visors pop out, and they're also extendable. So a lot of great features standard on this one. By the way, the list price on this particular Crown Nightshade is $50,008 and a few extra dollars. So nice car, nice level of equipment. Let's jump in the back seat. Heading into the back seat, just a couple features on the back door I wanted to point out. First of all, there is an LED puddle light down here. The back door opens up nice and wide, so if you are loading people who have a hard time bending at the knees, I think it's going to be easy for them to get in and out. There's a heated seat control here on the door and a power window control, and then with the JBL audio system you get an extra speaker up here, and then there's also one down there and a bottle holder. So a very nice refined rear door. Leather seats in the back. These are not ventilated, they are heated. Let me go ahead and jump in and grab a seat. 3 seat belts back here with child safety seat anchors in here as well. You're going to be able to fit adults back here quite nicely. Take a look at the legroom. I've got this seat about halfway, a little more than halfway back, and look at the knee room back here. So this is a true 5-passenger sedan. Plenty of comfort, plenty of room. Pockets on the backs of both seats. Notice the bronze trim down here. USB charging ports here. I like it, up a little bit higher. Some of the Toyotas is way down here, but it's up here on the Crown. And then the vents up and down, left and right, on and off. No temperature controls on these back vents, but love the way they put those USB-Cs up higher. And then that panel roof, moonroof, that really opens it up in here, especially with the darker interior. It's definitely a nice feature. Passenger assist handle, coat hook back here. Really a nice refined look. Again, more of that bronze piping up and around. Headrests are adjustable back here. Overhead lighting up here with your LED reading lamps. And then if you want cup holders, you can just drop this down like so. A nice refinement with the lid on there. And then there's actually liners in the bottom of these as well. So nice touch Toyota, stepping it up and giving it more of a luxury feel back here versus all plastic cup holders. So plenty of room for 3 adults back here. I think you're really going to enjoy it. Here at the rear of the Crown, one of the things Toyota does really nicely is the design on the deck lid. Notice that it pops up and kind of pops out of the way, so hopefully it minimizes the chance of you bonking your head on that. Now, it's got a nice big opening. Right here I've got the spare tire exposed, so you can see it's a temporary spare tire with a jack. No fix-a-flat on here, that's nice. And I think there's room under here to put jumper cables or emergency equipment, first aid kit and what have you. Also notice the cover for this has this little hook on here so you can hold it up, and then you just slide it back in, pop it back down, and that gives you a nice flat floor on the Crown as well. We do have fold down seats back here, 60/40 fold down seats, so you can just go ahead and pop them right here, and then you almost have to come up here to fold them down, and you bring them down like that, and now you've got a nice long distance. And again, you can drop down 60 or 40%. Of course, I only have 60% down there. And then here's your subwoofer for your JBL, and then there's a trunk light. Over here behind door number 1, that's where we're going to find our 12-volt battery. So the battery to start the car is here in the trunk, which really helps with weight distribution on this vehicle. Of course, because of all the hybrid stuff under the hood, the battery's back here. And then this one is the all-wheel drive edition as well. So having the battery in the back helps with the weight balance for sure. Take a look at the deck lid itself. It is lined. There's a handle to pull it closed, and then this is a glow-in-the-dark emergency release handle. If somebody gets stuck in the trunk, they're going to be able to just tug on that to get out of the trunk. So that's a quick look at the interior on the 2025 Toyota Crown Limited Nightshade Edition. Hey, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. This is Tony talking car biz. Thanks for watching.